Hello, and welcome to this year's Halloween lantern build. Right, here we go. I really am down to the last couple of timbers now. After selecting my bits of pallet wood, it was time to plane them down, make them nice and smooth. Been such a lovely day, I did this on the decking this time, making sure I did the face and the edge. So the next thing we need to do for these jack-o'-lanterns is stick two of these boards together even, just so we've got a nice big area. I don't want these faces too small. For joining the board, I'm just using a simple butt joint, a little bit of wood glue and 4 clamps just to put some pressure on, make sure we get a nice tight bond. Once we're out with the clamps, it's over to the mitre station. I've got a stop block set up, and this just allows for some nice, easy, repeatable cuts. Now we've got spaces, what we're going to do is look at gluing them together and then just sticking a little nail through them just with a brad gun. So what I've not shown here is me adding some glue. Once all the parts have been glued together and clamped, it's time to nail them in. Now of course the nail gun makes that nice and easy, but if you don't have one, you can just use some normal nails and a hammer. Likewise, if you don't have a table saw or a mitre station, then just a normal handsaw will do. We're getting towards the end now, so I'm just nailing the lid in place. I've made this bigger than the rest of the lantern so it hangs over and almost looks like a top hat. So I've just drawn on in pencil some rough eyes. So I'm just going to have one about there, one there, and his nose here, and I've got a to cut the features out, I use a variety of drill bits. I don't worry about being too neat, I want everything to look nice and rough. For the larger openings, I use my jigsaw. Time to move on to painting. I go for a nice steady base coat, which will allow for some colour to go on top. I don't want anything too fancy, so start off by splashing around some black before moving on and using some poster paints to add some colour. Having young kids, I don't want them to be too scary. And there we are, that's the end of the project. It's come together quite nicely. Only thing to do now is to wait for Halloween to come and stick them in the window. Happy Halloween everyone.